We have Steve Shell. And we have Kevin. Kevin, your score was higher, so would you like to go first or last? So give him a big round of applause.
I was raised for the first 4 years of my life by my grandmother, Edith Marie. 5'1", 85 pounds of sheer hillbilly mountain dynamite. If there was ever an easy day in her life, I have never heard about it. Osteoporosis has shrunk her 3 inches since the time I was small enough for her to carry. I was her first grandson, the firstborn. I was Stevie Randall, and as she would tell everyone, including my in-laws who didn't like me, to the girlfriend's mom who said my last name was Shell, was just hell with an S on the front of it, Stevie's a good youngin'. When I grew my hair long, dyed crimson, joined my first grunge band, called it Jabberwocky, and was on the front page of the paper boycotting the high school talent show. My dad didn't speak to me for a month. My grandmother said, shut his mouth. Stevie is a good youngin'. My grandmother never taught me to pray. Raised completely outside the church, Jesus and God and the Holy Trinity never showed me the unconditional love that Edith Marie Fields did. My grandmother's clarion call was, God damn it, quit being mean to that boy. When the bigger kids would pick me up by my ankles and my wrists and swing me to play whatever the fuck that game was where I like glass in my back and fucking scabs on my knees. Stevie was a good youngin'. You know how hard it is to live up to? I grew up in the hills of southwestern Virginia where coal and black lung were a way of life. My dad was a diesel mechanic who broke his body 55 hours a week to pay for a house that cost as much as the car I drive right now. My dad never got me a big fucking surprise. My mom supported me unconditionally, but only because she was Edith Marie's daughter. February of 2009. After literally a 45-year battle with lupus, I watched my grandmother move on. I was Stevie Randall, the first of 3 boys and 1 girl, the eldest of the grandchildren. I spoke at the funeral. I dealt with the proceedings. I held my mother as she cried in my arms for the first time since she divorced my father when I was 17. She said, baby, what do I do now? I said, whatever you want, Mama. Whatever you want. Because goddamn it, she wouldn't have you do anything else. Just don't mess up her house. Something we feared was Edith Marie's clean floor that had just been vacuumed. So if you got if you were a 5-year-old with a blue cheese sandwich, pray the holy Jesus, but you didn't drop a single crumb. My grandmother never taught me how to pray. She taught me how to love. She taught me how to be a man. She taught me that Stevie was a good young.
So judges, what do we have for Steve? From low to high, we have an 8.2. We have a 9.2.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a 9.
It's a 26.4.
A 26.
I sit on an uncomfortable church pew and listen to a Southern Baptist preacher talk to me about sin and how the way I walk my life will lead me straight to hell. He quotes Romans and Leviticus and doesn't miss a punished jab at the Buddhists. With controlled anger, I sit and try not to shake. I should have told him amen. Amen to all the heterosexuals. Amen to all the homosexuals. Amen to all the bisexuals. Amen to all the transsexuals. Amen to the trisexuals. Amen to all people of all sexual orientation, for God is all love, and as such there is no room for hate, yet hate brings in more money for uncomfortable church pews and little pamphlets proclaiming the love of God for all people who happen to look exactly the same. A philosophy based solely in belief and hatred has no business within my bedroom and definitely not within my pants. A philosophy based solely in belief and hatred has no right in claiming who I should love. A philosophy based solely in belief and hatred does not create within me any shred of respect, while it condemns those who are closer to me than family and condones those who would cause the streets to run red with our blood. So amen, amen, amen to all those who like me will never be afraid to love and to be loved. Amen to all those who are quietly faithful, who will stand and loudly scream against unreal hate-filled gods. Amen to every bitchy queen who has ever had the balls to stand in the face of someone and judge on a fag in the middle of a crowded mall and rip them a new asshole. Amen, amen, amen. Can I get an amen?
Amen!
You see, the difference between belief and faith is that belief will only go so far as your own personal indignation. Faith is much stronger. It does not write tracts or stand on street corners and scream about hell instead of quiet. And it listens, it watches, and it waits. It flows. And perhaps it changes over time. I should have said this and a lot more. But my tongue sticks like peanut butter to the roof of my mouth. And I hate the taste.
Y'all got a wonderful audience.
Yeah.
And judges, this is going to be the last time I ask you, what do we have? From low to high, we have a 9.3. We have a 9.3. And we have a 9.2. Before we get to the final score, I want to thank each of you for being here. And I want to thank all of the poets. I want to thank the Masonic Temple. And come back January 2nd. We'll be here again. You can always check us out at Poetry Slam Asheville if you have any questions, or email us at poetryslamasheville@gmail.com. Now that I've said everything. Jesse, what is the final score?
The final score is 28.1.
28.1, which means that Kevin is our winner. Y'all have a beautiful evening. Drive safely. Please drive safely. We'll see you again.
See you next month.